Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So, like in Austria, it's normal if like somebody says good morning to you, you respond to like yes, and that's my type. I'm normally the guy at 7 a.m. you don't want to see. It's like the one with the happy face and the over extrovert temperament and says like, hey, how are you doing? How good are you? You're like, okay, leave me alone. I just want to have my coffee. So, everybody got his coffee? Yeah, okay. Who is not really awake yet? Yeah, me neither. But still, I'm sorry, I'm the person, I'm here now. So my name is Phil, and I will try to wake you up. Yeah. And the first thing we will do this is like, does somebody know what embodiment is? Yeah, it's this thing like the body and the mind are somehow connected, and I will, like, please stand up. Oh yeah, I'm one of these annoying guys. Yeah, you can complain later to me personally, I can take it, yeah? So, try to put both hands into in the sky, let's stretch a bit, come on, you can do it, I know you can do it, yes. Yeah, and again, and again, and again, and now the toes, take the toes, 1, 2, 3, and... Okay, perfect. That's the one thing. The second thing is, well, there's a reason why you say good morning to other people. Let's imagine you can sit down, okay? Yeah, me too. There's a reason why you wish good mornings, because imagine that two grumpy people. Yeah, if the grumpy one and the other grumpy one come together, will be happen nothing. If you have two happy people, well, that's normally the conversation you don't want to join because, yeah, how are you? Yeah, it's so great. And have you been to the Agile Austria? Yeah, it was amazing, and so on. What happens if there's like a good morning person and a grumpy person? Well, the good morning says, hey, good morning, grumpy person, and the grumpy person like, yeah, see ya. Well, the good morning person knows, okay, good, this guy, I shouldn't be like so extrovert to him, so this could be maybe problems. But in the best case, the good morning person says, hey, good morning, Stefan. And Stefan is like, oh yeah, good morning. Yes, good morning. So if you're kind of good morning to somebody else, it could be possible that you could rise somebody on your level. So that's what we do now. So please stand up again. It's actually just a hack, so try to smile. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's if it's just a fake smile, it's okay. It doesn't matter. The unconsciousness of the other one can't decide. So take a smile and say, good morning, Stefan. And Stefan says, good morning, Phil. So we don't do pair programming, we do like pair good morning. So take another one and says, good morning. It looks perfectly because you're all smiling, so I think I did my job. Yeah. I need a time box. You know, I love to speak. So if I don't have a time box, you know, we'll be like 3 hours here, and you don't want to have that. So why actually do you do that? It's like this positivity, guys. Like focus on the good, and this kind of maybe you read it, you heard it, and well, there's a reason. Like about 80 to 90% of like our brain that we think is the same thing like the day yesterday and will be the same thing the next day. So what we actually can do is change our focus. So whatever we like change it to, it will slightly change our behavior, our everything. So I want to do an exercise, yes again, it's just 30 seconds. Try to find 5 to 10 red objects in the room. Look around, it can be a button, it can be like the shoes, it can be the tie or something, just red things, yeah. His shirt is perfect, yeah. Try to find 5 to 10 things. Okay? Now close your eyes. I will ask you a question, but please close your eyes and keep them closed. Now try to remember 5 blue things. Now you can open them. That's actually, I tricked you, I'm sorry, but that's the point. If you're always focused on one thing, you're like always seeing these things. But if you're trying slowly to focus on the good things, or like the things you like, you will slightly change. And that's why we do our first retrospective. I have no idea how to speak that in English. We want to talk about you. What were the highlights of yesterday? Did somebody was there on the conference yesterday, please? Yeah. Did somebody has a personal highlight you want to share? Or like, what was good? You don't need to open your heart like, whoa.
I love the idea of Susa. She said the main thing of a Scrum Master is doing nothing.
Perfect. Thank you. Somebody else.
I very much enjoyed the conversations at the Mingle yesterday.
Just the conversations or also the food and the beer?
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, somebody else. Oh, a highlight. Perfect.
I enjoyed very much. There was a session where a manager was the point of view of a manager, the point of view. I won't read it. The point of view of the manager, the point of view of a Scrum Master, for the same flow of things that happens was shown, and it was hilarious.
I saw them too. And it was, I hope it's, the name is correct, Robert Finnen. And he was talking about the broken, don't let your HR heart get broken. From personal experience, I was 3 months in a company before I got broken, I just quit. So, you can survive that in any way. So, well, another one, please. What was your highlight from yesterday?
Actually, I was quite late to the conference because of the staff meeting of Austrian Airlines. I was stuck in Vienna.
Okay.
So I got a taxi ride here, and it was a very cheerful guy. So I had 2.5 family hours.
Perfect, perfect. Whatever makes you happy, makes you happy. Okay, what's the next part of Retrospective? We want to see into the future. So, we want to know, what do you want to hear? What are your expectations for the second day? So, all the speakers that are currently present, maybe you can pick up the one or the other, or like people from the coaches clinic. Everybody's talking to people, maybe you can pick it up. Alistair is there on his laptop and already putting the things here into his laptop. So, is there a question you want to be answered? Is there some expectation you have for this conference?
Hey, very good, none.
It's like all the questions are already answered yesterday? Okay, that's... Ah, perfect.
Okay, just go.
You can do it.
I want to get to know something about the Shu-Ha-Ri principle.
Maybe.
This is Alistair. I just want to let you know I'm updating my talk to include stuff that he's saying right now.
I'm just an extrovert, I love to talk. That's... Okay, in this case, I think it's time for the organizational stuff. Maybe you can do this, Wolfgang?
Yes, good morning from my side as well. Servus, once again. By the way, this is Philipp Horvath. He will guide us through the day as a moderator, also for the panel discussion in the afternoon. So you saw already what will probably happen there. I have to share 2 organizational things. First of all, the park service didn't find all the cars on the list yesterday. So if something is on your car, please go to the information counter and let them know. We will take care of that. This was the one important thing. What was the second one?
We want your feedback.
We want your feedback, thank you. There are guys running around with cameras taking pictures, and sometimes they are so mean and ask you, please give us a statement about the conference, your impression, what you already did here in this room. Please be so kind and probably give 1 or 2 sentences to them so we can have in the afternoon or later on then a kind of retrospective for ourselves, for our organizers, to see what you thought about the conference. That would be very kind of you.
Yes?
That's it from the organizational standpoint.
Okay, then we continue with like some other positive stuff. What's the easiest way like to make a positive feeling, yeah, to another person? Or if it is like you react, yeah, what do you think is the easiest way?
The easiest way? I don't know. I have
Maybe
no-
just a thank you
The positive for me personally.
for you personally.
To feel good is if I have the impression that everything is going well. Very simple answer, I know, and very abstract, but that's it.
If it's for you, it's right for you. And in this case, we want to say thank you to all the sponsors, because it wouldn't be possible and a small thank you doesn't hurt anybody. So I would welcome everybody who can see their names here up here to join on the stage. We want to say thank you, and you also can give a small statement, so please stand up. Well, like, come please on the stage. Everybody who can find themselves here.
You know, without these guys, this conference wouldn't be possible.
Really, so yes, give them a hearty applause. Thank you very much. Please don't be shy, everybody on the stage. This is for you. Thank you. Yeah, and everybody has now the chance to like say in 2 sentences, let's see if it works, to tell us about their company.
Sorry, my English is not so great, so I have to excuse myself. We have a software product. We want to support you with some topics you have heard about yesterday. The first thing is the requirements engineering, so we support you with defined requirements and get some connection between them, and you can make graphical modulations of the requirements. So we will invite you to join us at our booth, and would like to say hello to all.
Hi, I'm from AVL Lists GmbH. We are a company here in Graz. And we gave yesterday a talk about scaling Agile. So we introduced SAFe, or our own version of SAFe, to about 300 software developers. So if you have any question how to scale and what are the success and maybe also the factors where it doesn't work so well, come to us, talk to us. Wherever you see AVL on the badge, you can ask these guys. They can give you some feedback or some information about it. Thank you.
I prepared my keynote speech in German, so I will try to translate it now. Yesterday we heard the talk from Lisa Tomaszek regarding the topic risks of stress and so in the agile environment. In all other talks, the main topic was always about, I know only the expression in German, Haltung and Werte, values and attitudes. Thank you. And we decided to focus our seminars and Ausbildungen zum Agile Master and Agile Manager in the Success Factory to develop these attitudes. Success Factory in Vienna located, and we are working in Germany and Austria and Italy. Thank you.
My name is Erika Krenn-Neuwirth, and I'm heading the Austrian Experts Group for Cooperation and Networks. And we are a group of 60 consultants sharing our knowledge about collaboration and cooperation and building up networks. And we're part of the Austrian Chamber of Commerce. And whoever wants to know a little bit about, we have a little booth out there, and we can talk about that. So have a nice conversation at the conference. Thanks.
Hello, I'm from Ranolix, and we are providing a product to support testers and developers to automate their software in desktop, web, and mobile. That's it.
Hello, I'm from Amicon, and I won't tell you that we are the best in the practice consultants. I want to give you a short story, my personal highlight of this conference. Yes, very short, very short. My colleague Robert was texting me on Monday saying, can I bring Alistair along for the ride to Graz? And I said, yeah, sure, bring your friends. And then half an hour later, I texted back, what Alistair? And it was him. So we were riding in a car with Alistair, and colleagues of us were driving behind us with a different car, pulling sides of us, looking to a car, making funny waves, and what do you do when colleagues meet each other on the street? And then I was looking, and said, who's that? Who's that? And I can't hear you. And so pulling down the window, I said, who's that? I said, Alistair. Who else? And the face I saw was worth the price of the admission alone. So that was my personal highlight.
Hello, my name is Mentas and Sandra. We represent the German chapter of the Scrum Alliance. We are here to serve you. We are running the coaches clinic, and on the 4th floor today there will be some agile workshops. So please join us, we are here to serve.
May I just quickly add to that? I mean, there's also the chance to sign up for this chapter, right?
Yes.
So if you're interested in also contributing to this German DACH Scrum chapter of the Scrum Alliance, you can also sign up to be a member of that. It's free.
There's one big topic in my life, and that is organizing projects. That is what we will do in viable projects with training, consulting, coaching, and facilitation in the German-speaking region of Europe. Thanks.
My name is Philipp Eisbacher from Economy, up there, second row, outermost right column. We are here based in Graz as a company and highly involved with the Scrum user group during the last years. And I'm really happy to see as many people, because 4 years ago we started with 2 people at the Gösserbräu, and now we have such a big community here in Graz, and this is really heartwarming for me to see that.
Yeah, good morning everybody. On the second day of our conference, I'm now representing the IT Community Styria. First row over there. The IT Community Styria is a, let me say, association of about 12 software development IT companies in the surrounding area of Graz. And just one very important topic what this community is doing is, for example, organizing, I would say, really inspiring events, and one of those events will be the Digital Future Congress over there in your program booklet, but there is a little mistake. The day of this conference is not the 22nd of June, that would have been the past for now, but it's the 9th of November, and I would really like to invite you very warmly to come to this conference. We have 2 at the moment. I can tell you 2 very important and would say interesting keynote speakers. One is the CIO of BMW, Automotive and Digitalization in the Mobility, and the second one is the Vice Director of the Medical University of Graz, and will talk about digitalization in healthcare.
Yes, do that. So I make the switch for you mentally, I mean, because he was now representing ITCS. We, all 3 organizers are members of the ITCS, but you're also representing Apus Software.
For sure. I'm CEO of Apus, and Wolfgang invited me to give some sentences about the company that I'm representing in this context. That means Apus Software. It's a software company located in Tobelbad near Graz. Our logo has changed in this year because we are let me say, we have a 30-year, Abus is existing for 30 years now. So in this year we are in the publicity with Abus 30 years, but still agile. And just 2 or 3 sentences what we are doing. We are developing software. Our focus is developing software on a very high quality level, best demonstrated in which areas and fields the software is running. For example, flight communication, speech communication between pilots and controllers, for example. That means software that must run 365 days and 24 hours. The second one is we have a duty rostering system specialized for healthcare. That means when medical doctors or nurses are planned and make their duty rostering in shifts, that's as well as software for Abus. Okay.
Okay, hi everyone, my name is Andreas Mitter, I'm representing Bergman and Vernova. Bergman and Vernova is one of the biggest IT employer here in Styria. We have about 400 people working in Bremstetten and also in Vienna we have also an office there. And yeah, what are we doing? We're developing software on the one hand, our core product, our own product in Vernova R6 is a world-leading digital echo management system. And on the other hand, we're developing individual software for different clients around the globe. And additionally, what we started about 3 to 4 years ago is we're doing IT advisory, focusing on agile advisory and business consulting. So we're helping on the one hand clients together with our mother company BearingPoint doing the agile transformation and all that stuff, and also doing business analysis and requirement engineering. Yeah, and for more insight, we are outside there, so can give you more information. And maybe one last word, Wolfgang and Gerhard, I would really like to thank you. It was a pleasure for us being part of the organizers, and hopefully we can set up Agile Austria 2018 again. So thank you again. I want to add just one thank you. This company is not represented here on It's Perfect Net. They provided this wonderful web page for this conference. So also thank you to PerfectNet and all the others which are not here. I think it's only one more than Agile experts, I guess. And the others are partners, etc. So thank you. They will be outside, like said. If you have questions, if you want to talk to them, if you have some interest, go there, visit them, talk. Yeah.
Well, thank you, applause for you, because it wouldn't be possible without you. So, my time box tells me 2 minutes, so it won't be the beautiful story, it won't be just the facts. Because yesterday somebody inspired me, or like reminded me that sometimes things start with the vision. The ones who work as a product owner know that it's sometimes not possible because you got a half-baked vision with the customer, you don't really get it out. So yeah, if it's possible, you can remind like what's the vision of this conference? Why are we here actually?
So, I don't want to repeat what I did yesterday on this stage, but keep in mind what this picture is representing. This picture shows really in the center of the picture our planet, our blue planet, our wonderful and beautiful blue planet, surrounded by hands, and these hands are symbolizing that our planet is our responsibility. And I personally am quite sure that Agile mindset, yesterday I painted a sort of picture, Agile mindset within a software development company and a software development team with fun at work and continuous communication and continuous increasing feedback transferred into organizations, into, let me say, political parties, maybe into government. Communicating like the Agile mindset says as that communication should be. And that personally for me is a sort of vision in a mindset, in an Agile mindset that keep our planet alive and will help us to fulfill our responsibility for our planet. And that's a sort of vision for the Congress, I think, personally. And I'm deeply impressed what has happened yesterday. And I'm quite sure that this vision will be true as well with the topics of today.
Thank you very much. Again, I just want to say thank you and tell you be careful with the vision. because I was talking first to Alistair Coburn, and he told me that actually Bob Martin had this idea, and you, like at the first you were not totally inspired or like, yeah. And then it happened that they were talking about the same thing, so somebody got a vision, and he didn't try to convince, they were just talking, you know, there was no selling, there was inspiration. And suddenly, unless you were a co-author or something, where you were starting to inspire people. It wasn't like, come on, it's Agile, yeah, that's what you need to do, and it's the best and everything. No, I think it started, and even you told me you were writing your book, which you called first cooperative game, and now is like one of the most recommended books, the Agile software development book. Who actually read this book? Okay, just one, two. Okay, sorry, I didn't say that coming. Okay.
Sales are about to go up.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. And that's the kind of thing with the vision. You cannot sell it, you can just tell it. It's like if you throw a rock into a pond, you know what happens. There will be in the middle where the stone drops, and then you got the ripples going out. And there's somebody where your ripples got like response from. And this is Wolfgang. And Wolfgang got inspired by your book, and this is his story to tell.
So I need to just quickly switch to our website if it's working. It's not working. Okay, presentation mode first. Sorry, this is a technical challenge now. No, you can switch to our. I can start now. My story, a little bit about my personal journey. Hey, there it is. Yesterday, my wife asked me, why were you the only guy on the stage without a nice shirt and a jacket? Right? Well, I didn't exactly know the answer. I just felt like dressing more in a sportswear style for yesterday. I kept this style for today. I just wanted to show you there is another version of me. Yeah, I mean, my colleague Nina came up this year because we turned 7. Our company turned 7, and she came up with this marketing thingy 007. We had this photo shooting last year. It was, I tell you, I had to come out of my comfort zone. That's not really how I dress every day. That's not really how. You can't imagine how much paint there was in my face. You know, things I never heard before, what you can do with your face, with your hair. I know, sorry Lizzie, my wife is here in this room. I know there are certain things in our bathroom, I have no clue what they are for. I learned it there. And I think this is a lot about my personal journey, because what I learned over the last, I need to calculate now, it's 19 years ago. I started in 98 with extreme programming. In 99 I stumbled across Scrum somehow. There was no Google or so. It was just an article. In 2000, and that's now an Infonova story, I worked for Infonova as well. In 2000 I did my first Scrum experiment. I would never ever call it Scrum again. But it inspired me to look deeper into things. And one of these elements, thank you, one of these elements connects me deeply to Alistair, and I'm really flattered that you're here today. Because the connection, you didn't know that until yesterday. The connection was the book Agile Software Development. In 2001 I read this book, and it really made my decision more clear. I want to continue with this journey. I want to continue with agility. I mean, it was not about Scrum, it was much more a compilation of different things, like Bristol was in there, etc., etc. But it gave me so many ideas what I want to learn about. And what probably it means if you need to come out of your comfort zone and need to change. To be more adaptable, wanting to learn. That's exactly what agility is for me. I want to be adaptive. I want to be able to react to something. Yesterday we had this one of these responding to change situations. When it started to rain, you know, we announced in the morning this sightseeing tour, but the bus driver 5 minutes before we wanted to leave told us, no, it's starting to rain, we won't come. So we had to change. This morning, where's Daniela? Oh, there you are. Come quickly. You need to run. I have only 3 minutes left, I guess. You know, we bought for this conference this wonderful gong, you know, for the breaks that you know when the next session will start. It disappeared somehow. That's the gong for today. So we had to react to that. And I think that leads very well to the next session we will have. Like, for me, it's thank you once again for writing this book, Alistair. Thank you for coming here. I'm really curious about your keynote now.
So, while you set up your microphone, Alistair, you need to be careful. Because if you talk about the vision, it can be possible that nobody listens, that nobody gets the idea of the point. But I think it's what Robert said yesterday about an Agile Heart, which got inspired, and let's see what it did. Just one guy wrote a book, and then there's suddenly an Agile Austria conference 2017, just like having an idea. And you already ready? No? Okay. Well, okay. I don't have so many words left. I just can't.
Go.
So, okay.
This is what we pay you for,
okay.
man.
Okay.
Be on it.
I grew up in a small farm town called Wieselburg, which also has good beer for the Austrians. They know. I moved to Graz, and I've got an inner fight between good and evil, like Wieselburger and Buntigammer. Are you ready yet? It's starting to bore the people. Okay. So.
Doesn't work.
Doesn't work? Should we cancel your whole talk?
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Give them the money back.
See.